Why, hello, boils and ghouls. Long time no see. Time to start showing you some stuff of what we're doing so you can catch up. Today's episode, I'm going to show you how we're doing these little guys for a chopper project we're doing. Stay tuned. Hello, boils and ghouls, and welcome to an episode of Sinister DIY. We've had a very, very good friend of ours print us out about 30, 40 of these 3D printed skulls. What we're going to be doing is building a Sinister Reaper chopper. And inside of the gas tank, there's two indents. And I got the bright idea that I really want skulls inside of it to look like the catacombs in Paris. Now, regular bone is not this color. It's not that white. So there's a process called antiquing. You can make them look like this. Very, very cool. Corpsifying or mummifying is also another process. I learned this from a really, really great teacher on YouTube. And I think he's on TikTok as well. Alan Hops at Stilt Beast Studios. Check him out. Any kind of DIY project, that guy is amazing. I've watched him for years. Always wanted to collaborate with him. Unfortunately, I can't reach him. He's that cool. Anyway, so one thing he always says, all hail saddle tan. Saddle tan, this is a leather stain. This is going to be your best friend when it comes down to mummifying, corpsifying, or antiquing. Now, this 3D print is, of course, very white. It's going to absorb all of that saddle tan stain inside of it. And when you look at skulls, of course, you want to have the dark inside of the nasal cavities, the teeth, make it look all kind of gooey and gory. Now, with a lot of these stacked up inside of the gas tank, we're going to be pouring a very clear epoxy on it to hold them inside of the gas tank and make them look flush. Now, we also have a bunch of jaws and teeth that I've cut off because, come on, skulls, once they are off of the body, are not perfect. So I'm going to give you a quick little how-to on this one, and enjoy. And hopefully we'll show you the final project as that goes along. So, watch this. So, there you go. First things first, you're going to take your saddle tan and get it inside of a little disposable cup, because you have to kind of soak some of these skulls because of all the crevices. You can try to use a brush, or you can try to use a foam brush like we're going to be using, but it's really hard to get inside of those little crevices. So what we're going to do is we pour a little bit into a little disposable cup, dunk it in, and you're going to mix it around and make sure it gets all into those little crevices in the eye sockets, the nasal cavities, the cheekbones, all that kind of stuff. When it comes out, it's going to be really gooey and nasty. Now, disclaimer, please use a paper plate, use protective covering gloves, because stuff will stain you and it will not come off. So we're going to grab a little foam brush. I just ripped a piece, and you see how it looks cool already, but you want to really give it a nice texture. So what I'm doing is I'm brushing from one side to the other, and as you see, you can see the dark spots and the light spots via highlight. Now, I am not an artist in any way, shape, or form, so you guys know the terminology for this. I do not. This is just what I do, and I love to make stuff look dead, and you know, our slogan is where we bring dead things to life. So we're going to take these dead guys and bring them to life on a chopper. So all I'm doing is I'm wiping in one direction, and when I'm done, that's what it looks like. So all I'm doing is I'm wiping from one side to the next, very light pressure, and I'm giving it shadowing and highlight, so it comes out looking like that. So you are going to want to lay these flat down like this, and that way your stain stays inside the eye sockets, the nasal cavity, inside of the teeth, because you want that to show off. Now, just to kind of show you, I just have a little bit on my fingers, and as you see on this white, if you just smear it on there, it actually will go on, but that's not the coverage I want. You see how no matter what, even if I brush it on there, You see how you have all the white cavities? Now, if that's the look you're going for, then absolutely. That's not the look I'm going for. I want really dark, aged, nasty skulls. So, even if you use a foam brush and you jam it in the eye sockets, you see how I'm already getting some depth. Now, even in the nasal cavity, in the nasal passage, it's still white. So, that's the reason why it's so clear. So, show you another one. That one already done. Started with, at least. And what I'm going to do is dunk it in there. Now, this stuff's not that expensive. It's like 10, 15, maybe 20 bucks for, depending on the size, on Amazon. So I use it when we're corpsifying mummies and skeletons, and you get those blocky skeletons. Yeah, I can talk. From like Home Depot, Lowe's, wherever you get your hunting horror stuff. See, I've soaked it where it's really gooey, but I don't want that much on it. So you can see the chunk I ripped off. You don't have to be perfect. I'm just brushing it off in one direction because that's the look I want. Your look could be completely different. Maybe you want it to be like that. Maybe you want it to look like he was just, you know, sitting there for ages and ages and ages and he's gory. I want it aged. You see? It's pretty neat, huh? Very, very simple. These do take a while to dry because it is stained. So, I'll show you a picture of what they're going to look like when they're completely dry, but I've got a lot of these to do. So, movie magic. After about an hour and a half, we have 43 done. This is what they look like. So, I think they came out really freaking awesome. As you'll see, some of them still have the mandibles, some of them have them broken. I even have mandibles off to the side by themselves so I can add them in, because in the chopper we are going to set these in epoxy because I don't want anybody messing with them while they're on the gas tank. So I think they came out great. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll be more than happy to answer. Like I said, I'm still a novice at this, so of course everybody's a critic. What can I say? In the words of Alan Hops, you know, go make stuff. In the words of Sinister, peace, love, car parts, and spooky stuff. Go do it. Big shout out to Adam 3D Prints for all these things. Thank you so much. They're absolutely friggin' awesome, man. Keep up the good work. Peace.